Hello viewers, this is Out Too Fast here. Now a couple of videos ago, I showed you my new workbench. I mentioned that I'll be adding LED work light underneath the shelf. I just received the roll of LED strip, and that's what I'll be working on today. And here's a roll of the LED strip. This is 5 meters of 5630 LED chip. I got the white color one. Now this one I have here is pre-assembled with the LED chip soldered onto copper traces. And there's also a resistor already in place, so it accepts 12 volt DC. And every section that you see these copper traces with a line, that's where I can cut it if I need to. Also, this one I have here is the non-waterproof one. The difference between waterproof and non-waterproof is this one does not have any clear plastic coating on top of it. So I can actually feel each of these LED chip, whereas if you get the waterproof one, there will be a layer of clear plastic on top of the LED chip. So here I've gone ahead and cut a strip of 1/4 inch MDF wood. I'll measure out the length I need, cut it, and then I'll lay the next strip beside it. I also want to point out on the back there is a double-sided tape, so you can stick this directly onto the surface. Now once I get to the end, I can use scissors and cut at the designated line that you see right here. Now I'm going to start on the next roll. I'm going to stagger the LED a little bit. So you see there's LED chip right here, and then the next one's in the middle right here. And that'll help spread out the light evenly. Here I'm starting on my 3rd roll. Here's a 4th and final roll. Now for all 4 rows to light up, you do need to connect all 4 rows in parallel. So negative to negative, to negative to negative, and positive to positive, to positive to positive. That's why you cut at the designated line with a copper pad, so you can solder wires to it. And that's the next step that I'll be doing right now. Now I'm going to test this out by connecting it to my 12 volt power supply. It's very bright. Looks good. Now before I install this, I'm going to use a glue gun and put a dab of glue every couple of inches between all the rolls. That'll keep these LED strips in place in case the double-sided tape doesn't hold and lift after a couple of years. Now we know these LEDs use 12 volt, but we need to determine how much current it draws. So I have my multimeter hooked up to the current measurement. As you can see, right now, it's measuring 1.9 amp, pretty much 2 amp. So we'll need a power supply that outputs 12 volt at 2 amp. I happen to have this old power supply. If you look at the rating, it outputs 12 volt at 2.5 amp, so this is perfect for my work light. I've gone ahead and drilled a hole on each end. Now I'm going to mount this underneath the shelf right here. Let me show you how the LED light panel look after I've mounted it. Also, to let you know, the width of this LED strip is about 48 inches. In total, there are about 290 LED chips used. To turn the work light on and off, I'll install a switch on the right side right here. On this end of the LED strip, where you see the black and red wire, that's where I'll be connecting the power supply to it. Now this wire is already soldered onto one end of the LED strip. Another thing you'll notice is on this side, I do not need to solder any wires to connect the 4 LED strips in parallel. You only need to do that on one end. Let me show you how I wired the power supply to the switch and to the LED strip. This wire you see here with the red and white wire is from the power supply. The red wire is connected to the red wire or positive wire on the LED strip. The white wire, which is a negative wire, goes to the switch and then come back out and connects to the black wire on the LED strip. So when I turn on and off the switch, I'm opening and closing the connection on the negative wire. Let's turn it on and see how it looks. This work light looks really good. It's very bright. It puts out a nice white color. Let me turn it off and show you the difference. I'll turn it back on. Let's take a look underneath. As you can see, this LED work light project turned out really good. I'm very happy with the result. The project itself was not very difficult. You do need to solder a couple of wires and find a 12 volt power supply that has enough current to power the length of the LED strips that you have. Now if you do use a shorter length of LED strip, then it will use less current. So the best thing is after you assemble the LED light panel is to use a multimeter and measure the current draw so you know what you need. Now you can pick up a roll of these LED strip on Amazon, and I will include the link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you for watching, and remember to click on thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.